Welcome back to another episode on the Kamicraft server. I'm still down in my research center, and last time we figured out this floor, and I got an idea for the ceiling. And the idea for in the ceiling, well, not a full ceiling, just an idea for like a little thing in the ceiling. And I think I'm gonna make it start here. I had the idea of having like a tube with water in it. It sort of goes through the ceiling. I don't know, exits over there somewhere. And then maybe have it pop out on the side there, outside, and creating a little waterfall with it. I'll actually go to the outside and show you guys. So, I thought there could be a waterfall. Then we could have a little stream maybe that goes in front of there as well. And one way of doing the waterfall is with that tube I just mentioned. I don't know, it could be like cooling water from the core that has to be drained out, something like that. Which I kind of like the idea, like it matches the whole thing. But Dutch mentioned that I got a lake here. And there is sort of a river part already going towards. I'll place a torch so we can see it from a distance. And that river sort of ends over there, so I could have it go that way and then be a waterfall. But I don't think it could be as big of a waterfall. So I'm struggling a bit, because that would look a lot more natural. But the tube idea, I don't know. I'm gonna have to let that sink into me for a bit until I can make a decision. So before I'm starting on either of those two things, I'm gonna dig out the tube in this main room here. Let's go down. I'm gonna dig out a path for the tube here, and I'm gonna redo this floor, or not redo this floor, but I'm gonna do this floor and that whole pattern. Oh yeah, I like the floor like this. I like it. Works a lot better with this room now, having a floor. Looks a lot cleaner. Also, I started working on that little tube. I tried out a little bit to see what it would look like, and I'm liking it. The green glass is just sort of a joy. I looked in my box and had a lot of lime glass. So I just gave it a go, and I'm kind of liking the looks of that. Brings in some color into this whole area. So I made a path. Well, this is all fully complete to sort of see what it would look like. I did a bunch of sea lanterns above it to get some light, which I like. So the path goes through here, and takes a corner, whatever, and then another corner here, and then it don't walk down. Then it goes out here. I think that'll be nicely sort of centered. I'm just gonna sort of finish making that because I like how this looks. Alright, just placing the last few. Actually, I'm gonna leave these ones open. Placing the last few glass blocks. Again, I jump in this hole. Gotta really stop doing that. Alright, so I gotta show you what I got, which is that now. I did the sea lanterns to give me some light, and then I did the glass. And I guess now it's time to go and fill it up. I got a bunch of ice ready. So I'm just gonna fill up the tube and then, yeah, break the ice, I guess. So let's get in there. And do some ice work. So we can get rid of these. And ice there. And then we break it. And then it's just sort of repeating this. I'm trying to cheap out a bit, so let's see if that works. See if I don't really have to do all of them. Seems like it's gonna be alright. Nice. That's gonna save me a bunch of ice. And effort, I guess. Nearly done. Just a few more. There we go. Let's fill this up. And then here, I guess, is there anything that could flow away? Don't think so. Nice. We got a tube full of water. Oh, I like that. It looks awesome. Now I do have to modify, what is it, the wall around it. I sort of did, what is it, green concrete and blue concrete behind there to sort of make it look like it continues. I mean, it is quite clear that it's not, but that's alright. Yeah, I like this. And I think it helps with the lighting as well. A little bit, makes the path a bit smoother. Nice. Alright, next up is to either do some lights or start working on a ceiling. So I wanted to work on the ceiling or lights, and I did a bit of both. Ta-da! Oh, that was a moo right at the same time as a ta-da. I don't know which one it was. I think this one. I like you, moo. Alright, so I did another tube, and I filled it with lava. And the lava brings a lot of light as well, which is nice. I think it's starting. At least it's like bright enough to sort of see the floor and that kind of stuff now. So it's getting there slowly. And as for the tube goes, I just sort of wanted another one. Thought that could look could look good alongside with that one. It's a bit smaller, and well, it's filled with lava. I tried out water as well, because the lava sort of flows down all the time, as you can see on the sides, which I think is a bit of a shame, but it's alright. The water is sort of stationary, but the red with the lava I think looked better than the red with the blue inside. Or orange, I guess lava is a bit more orange. But this, I like this. Adds a bit of light. It makes these paths finally sort of, because over here you can see the sort of weird lighting glitch, and if I hold my torch it disappears because it gets a bit of light. And all the way where I did all these tubes, I don't have that problem. Well, here a little bit, but if I hold the torch it's still there, so that's sort of a permanent one as well as that corner. But for the rest it sort of makes all these weird lighting bugs like there go away, so I like it. So I was looking around and I noticed this glazed terracotta pattern. And I thought I could do it like a really big size with like concrete blocks. And do it in the ceiling. So I googled the block and I saw people did like amazing patterns with glazed terracotta. So I'm sort of impressed with the new block because I hadn't seen that side of it yet. So I'm gonna... I got myself a bunch of this. And I'm gonna try and make a pattern. I already found one that I sort of thought could be nice. So I'm gonna try and... That's not the way. Place it. And then see if that works out. Let's see. Like that. Because I'm sort of worried that it might be way too busy. But I saw some patterns out there that make it look less busy, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm sort of hoping for with this one. Although this one might not be the best idea for that. So I'm just gonna give it a go. There. How does that look? I don't know. Might be a bit out of place, I guess. As well, if I'm gonna fill up this entire area with that. I don't know. Might be a bit much. I don't know if this was a good idea. Alright, so I probably sound quite a bit different all of a sudden. The reason is I got a new microphone. Spent some money, got myself a fancy new mic. So hopefully it'll sound a bit better. It's gonna require some tweaking because it's sitting on two foam pads at the moment to sort of cancel out the vibrations from my desktop. So I'll either get a boom arm or work that out. But that's all details for me. And the other thing is, I went balls deep and gambled on this ceiling. I did a little corner to see if it would work, but I couldn't really see if it would work or not. So I figured I'm just gonna do the whole floor, or not the floor, the whole ceiling. And I like it. I think it worked out. I think my gamble succeeded, however you call it. And in case you're interested, the pattern is got sort of circles going that way, and I got sort of circles going that way, and then there's sort of half circles in the middle, and each sort of row is offset from one another. It looks trickier to make than it really is, but it's still terracotta, which you have to place in certain directions, which is slightly annoying. But I think it worked out. I like this. So I think I got a ceiling, and I definitely didn't do this before. I also like how it's a bit lighter, so it brightens up the room quite a bit, I think. And then from here, I think I'm gonna go and, I don't know, I'm still gonna do a few lights in the walls, but I think I'm turning around a lot. I think in the central part, the light's sort of good, for me at least. Here it's definitely good. But the walls could still use a bit of, especially like behind there. It's a bit dark. And I still have to figure something out for this this corner. Because the shape, it's sort of... It's because the land is sort of that way. Not exactly, but obviously I tweaked it a bit. I thought the shape was interesting to do something with, but I haven't figured something out yet. But this is definitely a dark corner. And this whole corner, I think I could do something fun in here as well. Like in this little part. But I'm not sure what yet. But I like what I got so far. So I did quite a bit, like late at night. When I wasn't recording, just, I don't know. I was just playing around. And a lot of things kinda happened. I started off playing with this doorway and the thing in the ceiling. I made a, what is it, sort of a circle shape. Oh yeah, there we go. That sea lantern, from those sea lanterns there. And from that sort of, this thing happened. And I'm liking it. But on itself it was way too dark. So to fix that, I wanted to do some lighting here. And I came up with sort of a circle that goes around the corner, which I already liked, but it was a bit weird just on itself. So I continued with it. I sort of just put a circle next to it, but slightly offset. Like one higher. And then next to it, I did one lower and one higher again. And then I made this corner, which I think I like. It sort of goes from dark to lighter and then back to dark again. Which I thought was a funny but simple. Well, not really funny, but I don't know. Looks nice, but simple. And then I did the circle thingies again behind the cows, which I think I mean, it takes away a bit from the tubes and the glass, but it having lights behind it is much better. I like it. And I gave myself a, what is it? Sort of a secretary. It's a villager. Librarian. I was sort of breeding librarian, and this one had alright traits. So I thought, oh, I'll keep him and put him in my behind the desk here as a sort of welcome guy with his coke and a clock. And I don't know why, but he just keeps staring in that direction for some reason. There's no real doors that way. So I don't really know why he's doing it, but I just placed the monitor right there so it looks like he's constantly watching TV or working on his computer. Whatever. He's my lazy bastard. But yeah, I mean, I did quite a bit off camera. Well, it wasn't that much, but it did a lot to the room. Let's walk a bit backwards. And I mean, I think this room is looking really cool. It's going places. I'd say it's nearly finished. I got a few ideas left. Something needs to happen with this corner. I'll probably add a bunch of flowers. Well, not flowers, but a few potted plants or something. But something needs to happen with this corner. And I wanted to do a sort of workbench over here or something. Although, as I'm saying it, might block that cow thingy a bit. No, I think it'll be fine. Sort of a little working table. Could be nice. We'll play around with that later. And one thing I wanted to do, which has been an idea from the start, is to write a few books. Like, place a book at this display case. Explain what it is. Add some lore to the whole area. Have a book for this, and then books for those. And here, just books everywhere. But anyway, I'd say this was a progressive episode. I did a lot, quite productive. I think this last 2 episodes, this room really got some atmosphere, or ambience, or whatever you want to call it. I love it. I like hanging around here. I just stand a lot in my room now, just sort of hanging out, which I like. But I'm running out of time now, so I'm calling the episode an end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I surely did. And let me know what you think of the new mic. Maybe it needs some adjustments. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for watching. See you next time.